Four hosts, they bout to wreck shit like Marco. Addicted to the Giants like it's Netflix and Narcos. The CEO making big moves as per usual. Captain Negative calling everybody delusional. This podcast is number one. Like when you take a piss, so share the link and pass it. Like Benjamin making splits and Mr. Make-A-Wish. The sophisticated click. I spit offensive lines now. Tim can take a sip of some beer because he likes the taste of it, right? Don't forget the New York Giants beat the Patriots twice. The sickest dudes eating chips and salsa like it's Victor Cruz. Win or lose, always gonna root for Big Blue. It's true. This is a classic show. Tyree, catch it, bro. Play a drinking game while you listen and call it Plaxico. Take a couple shots. If it's funny, you can rewind. To bleed blue means it's in their jeans like Levi's. Eli, man in the shit, just like a sailor. Captain, we attacking bum rush like Lawrence Taylor. Podcast on point, the sharpest arrows. BBG, stay gritty like Mark Bavaro.
What is going on? What is going on, everyone? Here we are. We are back from the little hiatus. I think it's been about 3 weeks, but we haven't missed much. I have Tim on the line. I have the captain on the line. I've received a bunch of well wishes regarding one migraine that I have. This is not a chronic problem. It's just from Captain Negative screaming in my ear 24/7. That's how you get those.
Don't blame me. Blame Gettleman.
Already shifting the blame to someone else. I blame you personally.
Yes. Well, I blame Gettleman personally.
What is what is going on in New York Giants Nation? Not that much, right?
OTAs, nobody got hurt.
Right.
That's a big thing.
Hey, that's a plus.
Ingram missed a little time with a hamstring, but he should be okay. So, we saw across the league a couple of guys went down for the count. Nothing happened on our end. Supposedly Jones looks good, depending on who you want to listen to. And we go to training camp healthy and happy so far.
Yep.
Who's going to be the starter?
And
that was a topic of conversation.
That's it. That's the past 3 weeks in a wrap up right there. Let's end the show on that.
I mean,
It's a great little conversation, everyone.
We got through the show quick. We wrapped it right up.
Yeah,
that's really it.
To the point.
Really it. No injuries, and to me, it's not even a question who's going to be the starter week one. I mean, I don't think there's any question whatsoever.
No doubt.
You don't pay a guy $23 million to bench him in week one. You're going to play the guy.
So you're calling?
No. I disagree with that. I think that if you're going to take the guy at 6, then there was no reason. Like, there was no question that Jones was going to be there at 6, right? So you didn't have to pick up that $16 million. Right? You didn't have to do that. They did it. And when you do that, you say to yourself, okay, Eli's going to start week one. And he's probably going to get a nice little rope to hang himself with. I can't see this team being, even 2-3, 2-4, and them switching it up on Eli. I think you're going to have to be deep in the season to see Jones. And I think that's a bad recipe for success. Kid needs to play.
Honestly, the more I hear, and I know they're just hyping him up because obviously they have nothing else to do right now. The more I'm here, the more I want to see this kid play.
Right.
Well, yeah, and here's my thing is here's my thing is you're going to see a lot of fans that got all happy over OTAs. Who cares? You're going to see a lot of fans if he plays well in preseason. Well, guess what, guys? In preseason, really? Like, is that what we're? You need to see him on Sunday afternoons. And whether that road is going to be bumpy or it's not going to be bumpy, he has to play on Sunday afternoons. And the progression and how we feel about him is all bullshit until we get to Sunday afternoons. Preseason is not going to tell me what I need to realize too about Daniel Jones.
Once he gets in there, it's going to be bumpy. I mean, it would be unrealistic to think a rookie, or even whenever he gets in there, it's going to be smooth sailing the second he gets in there.
Right.
And that's why it's important that he play right away.
I want to be able to see improvement.
That's why it's important that he play right away, because I don't think that if he gets 6 games, I don't think that does what 16 does. I don't think that you can, say, okay, we're going to make him practice for 8 and then play him in 8. Like, play him in 16. Let the kid go through the trials and tribulations of getting through an NFL season, of taking those hits and getting your body ready for a Sunday while mentally preparing yourself to, beat a defense again. Let the kid go through those progressions. It's important that he go through that he take his lumps, that he throw a pick six, that he fumble in a tight spot. And those things that you're going to have with a rookie quarterback that come hand in hand with it. But the quicker you get through that stuff, the quicker the game starts to slow down for the lad, and you start to see where that upside is. That's the thing for me. The longer you wait on that, the longer we just sit here in the wind, treading water.
Let me give you a scenario. Now, this never has happened, but let's say Eli's 2-2, but he gets hurt in game 4. Nothing major, but he has to miss a week. Let's say Daniel Jones goes out there, has a good game, but he gets a win. Eli's supposed to come back the next week. Do you bring Eli back in?
Me? No. Them? Yes. Like I think that people are having two conversations that there's what should be done, and I think that we all could agree that the hook needs to come sooner rather than later. And then there's what will be done. And what we have seen over the last 2 years is a lack of willingness to do what should be done. So what leads us to believe when Daniel Jones is the guy who, according to everything we've read prior to the draft, was pretty much the Manning pick? Why is now the time to say, okay, yeah, let's go to Daniel Jones and let's put Eli for $23 million on the bench and put the two-time Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl champion on the bench for 9 to 10 games? Like, you didn't do that. You were afraid to do that to see Webb. You didn't draft a quarterback last year because of that. And now this year, but there's been no drop-off in the play, if you believe what the Giants have been saying, and Eli Manning. None of this was Eli's fault, right? So why now?
As far as what they say, what we all saw with our eyes, and I was a huge Eli supporter, but I saw last year his arms dropping off.
Right.
The same thing that happened to Peyton. That's the nice thing with having he had an older brother in the league.
But Tim,
we saw when the drop-off happened
2 years ago. Like last year or even 2 years ago. Like, there was a reason we were sitting here going Darnold, Rosen, Allen, even though I don't like them, get me a quarterback, right? There was a reason we were sitting there in that draft debating it. It was a reason why all last year we basically were screaming about Saquon or Darnold, because they started off terrible. We saw Eli was still bad from the year before, and they didn't have the quarterback on the roster.
But
so
to be fair,
this has been going on for a long time.
To be fair, when we talked draft, and me and you were on board with Sam Darnold.
Draft.
I'm not gonna lie. Me and you were on board. We were on the same page with that whole thing. We both did say, though, if you take Sam Darnold, Eli plays that year, and let Sam Darnold learn.
No, but no, that's not what I said. Like, if you go back to what I said that Eli should have been gone. You could check the tapes, because I've been saying that they should have got rid of Eli.
Hold on, I'm checking the tape. Check
the draft.
So I've been calling for Eli. You have to remember, Tim. There's what the Giants are going to do and what I would have done, right? Like what we would have done. I have not. I said that if they were going to take Darnold, you take the kid, you play the kid. You took Jones, you take the kid, you play the kid. That has not changed. Okay, then there's what the Giants are going to do. If they took Darnold, they would have played Eli. They took Jones, they're still going to play Eli.
Now, you know what? I agree with you.
Same story, different chapter.
Honestly, at this point, I would play Jones. But, hey, if Giants want to give Eli his little farewell tour, it's fine. They're not extending him.
But it's not fine, Tim, because you're wasting time. You're wasting time that Saquon Barkley's legs don't have. You're wasting precious time.
I'll give you that, but it's also. Do you expect Jones to?
It's nothing. There's no defending it. There's no defending it. There's no logical way in football terms that you could defend it in today's NFL. First of all, could the $16 million have made the team better?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, but we'll have 120 next year, so honestly.
But you're wasting a year on your young running back's legs. You took a running back at 2. If you don't maximize those first 5 years, if Jones doesn't play and Jones has to go through his lumps in year 2, you've wasted 3 years of Saquon Barkley's career.
Well, let's be honest with that. If Jones is a bust, we pretty much got about 2 more good years of Saquon, with whatever quarterback comes in after that.
But don't you want to know that sooner rather than later? Don't you want to have a chance to address the problem?
I think you
still have control over Saquon for 5 years.
Wait, I think we're all arguing the same point though. We all want to see him play now.
The problem is that they're not going to do it. That's the reason that we sit here like maniacs and say, because we've seen this before. We know how the story's going to end. In week 1, Eli Manning is going to trot out there like he always has, and he's going to take the snaps under center. And we're going to have to deal with this and have this conversation through October. And God forbid they tread water. God forbid they're 3-4, 4-3. You're going to keep seeing Eli Manning.
Yeah, we got a phone call. Hold on. Can you hold on 1 second? I'm going to shut down the stream for 1 second. Hold on. And then we'll jump right. Nobody freak out. I just realized it's not up on everything. Hold on.